Hello everyone, my name is Greg and I dev stuff. Welcome everyone to episode 43 of Stardew Valley like game in Unity. In this episode we will tackle combat and we will start with enemy chasing player and attacking the player. This episode is brought to you by generous support of people on Patreon and members on YouTube. If you want to join them, link to my Patreon in the description and join button available right now on YouTube. So today we want to add an actual danger to the combat. We want to start introducing enemies and make it possible to lose combat to them. So for testing purposes, it is better to introduce an isolated scene where there will be only our character and an enemy. Don't forget to add a base style map object. Good. Now we have a specifically created map for the combat. Launch it to make sure everything works correctly. Good. Let's drop the portrait of Kevin as our placeholder for the enemy. We want to introduce a simple character which will slowly chase the player character, and if the character is being touched by this enemy, the character will take some damage. Create and add a new script called enemy, which will store all the characteristics of the enemy. We will add them just a little later. Create another new script called chase enemy. Open chase enemy. Inside we want to store the reference to the object this enemy will be chasing. In this case, we will be chasing the player. Get the player transform of the game manager. Declare a serialized float field called speed. In the update, we will chase the player by using move towards. Let's test this. Good. Now what we want to do is to make the character take damage if the enemy is touching the character. What we will do is cast the overlap box all, which will return the array of all objects with colliders in the specified area. Oh, I forgot to make the variable an array, so add index brackets over here. Then cycle through all the targets inside this array. And check if the target has character component attached to it. This will mean that this target is a character and should take damage. Create a new serialized field for damage. Before we continue, there is a small problem right now. This process will be done every frame. So let's extract the process of attacking into separate method. We want to say that our enemy should attack every 2 seconds. So introduce new serialized variable called time to attack, which will store how often your enemy check for attacks. In this case, it will be every 2 seconds. Introduce private variable attack timer. In attack method, decrease attack timer by time delta time. Then check if the attack timer is more than 0. Then return out of the attack. Otherwise, your enemy will process the attack and will attack the environment. This way your enemy will attack every 2 seconds. If you want to change how often your character attacks, change the time to attack value. Let's test this. Good. As you can see, we are taking damage. Let's introduce 10 of those enemies. Notice how all of them attack at the same time, causing you taking damage from all of them exactly every 2 seconds. So let's make them attack in staggered rotation. To do this, on start, assign to attack timer a random value between 0 and time to attack. Now every attack will be staggered. Good. Now we want to change the implementation to use damageable component instead of directly applying damage to the character. I already explained why we want to do this in episode about breakable objects. But to reiterate, right now we take damage, but for example we want to post a text message on the screen about how much damage our character takes. We can simply repeat ourselves, for example here, or in the character class. But why do this if a damageable component already do all of this for us? So we don't have to repeat ourselves, and if later on you will introduce some new features for taking damage and attacking, you can change the process of taking damage in one specific place instead of it being scattered between multiple classes. So let's add damageable component to the character. Then add iDamageable interface to our character. Implement the interface members. Then inside the apply damage, call take damage. Go back to the chase enemy and get the damageable of the targets instead of character. And call take damage. Now if we launch the game, character will post the message on the screen with taken damage. Numbers are hard to see because they are small and wide. Let's change them to be a little bigger. And add outline by checking this checkbox. Good. In the next episode we will implement being defeated by enemies and start fighting back against enemy oppression. Good, this is it for this episode. If you have any questions or any ideas about code, please leave your comment below. If you are interested in seeing what will come out of this, please subscribe. If you want to support further, you can find my Patreon in the description. Special thank you to Andrew V. Long for his generous support. With best regards, see you in the next episode.